Okay. Let's go. That. Oh, what a way to start out some of that old anime. What up, Regulus? Apex is working for you, might be a Steam issue. Yeah, I think it probably is. Last time it messed up, it didn't mess up for EA. It was literally just me on the it just messed up for me because of Steam or whatever. It's like some people had issues with it, but not everybody. And I don't know if that's like becoming a consistent thing or what. But that's happened like twice recently whenever I decided to hop on. They were down for Shin 2. Yeah, I played one game and then, you know, it was like right after I started streaming, it was just like, no. It's been a while. It has been a fat minute. How you been, my man? What have you been up to? I hope all has been well. Let's see. Great Teacher Onizuka. Do we watch it dub or I guess subs is what's on YouTube. You got into college? Heck yeah. Congratulations. That's huge. Make sure you make the most of your time there. Go to class. That's the big thing they say whenever you're in that first year or two. There's some people that have that freedom and they don't go to class, and that's what bites them in the butt. You got to go to class. You got this though. I believe in you. What up, Viva? I'm here too. I'm here too, Viva. Alright, subbed all the way. I can't remember. I think I watched it subbed the first time, but we will see. Alright, GTO. God, it's been over 10 years since I've seen this show. I don't know if it's aged well, but we will find out. The shots we're starting out with, I don't know. What a start. Oh, 22-year-old Eiichiro Onizuka, or is that his name? Onizuka is his name. I forget his first name. So when my roommate was watching this, he hated it because he said like it doesn't always line up on where they put the cells in that late cell animation. So where like it kind of like shuffles a little bit. I want to see if I can notice that because I never noticed it when he points it out. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Man, that is public property. That is a... This man's committing crime after crime. How much do those things cost to repair? Volume. Oh no. Is it higher than... Is it too high, too low? Is the volume too high or too low compared to me? Let me look. Is it drowning me out? Too low. I don't know if I can make it much higher than that. It's all the way up. Let's see. There we go. That'll be a little bit higher. Uh-oh. Thanks for the money. This man robbed them blind. Oh, that's 3 crimes. Crime counter. 3. Oh my god. I didn't realize he was this wild right out the gates. So there is a prequel manga to Onizuka, and I don't remember which one came first, but it's like his time in the biker gang and whatnot, and in school. And I've never actually read that. Does anybody know if it's any good? Volume. Anime is a 2D format. It only has length and width. Actually. Oh man, that's funny. But you guys let me know if yeah, if the prequel manga is any good. I've never read that. I think it's actually pretty long too. Oh gosh. Them talking about the good old days. They're 22, just graduated college, and they're like, God, we're getting old. We're old geezers. Remember back in the day? Now you own your own store? Oh, anime. Yeah. And I know that's what when me and Briggs were talking about how like the first episode was a bit weird. It's like where the motives are at the start of his career. It's a bit weird. This is the heads up on that. Computer science? Heck yeah. That's what my degree was in, was computer science. Everything I learned about video and stuff like that was personal time. But heck yeah, hopefully it all kind of meshes well together. 3D modeling is fascinating. Oh. Wait, hold on. I was a little distracted there. What did they get in trouble for here? Is this crime number 4? As he's contemplating crime number 4, they speed, so there's actual crime number 4. Oh, because he doesn't have a helmet. Okay. I was like, why is... He's not even driving, right? The faces in this always cracked me up when I was a kid, too. It's like that Grand Blue vibe with some of the faces they make. It was the Grand Blue before Grand Blue. And it has some of the better openings in anime. I do love this opening. I did hear Grand Blue's getting a season 2. I've been very excited. I love Grand Blue. If you have not already, and you're listening to me right now, do yourself a favor and watch the greatest live action ever made. The Grand Blue live action. That's where it's at. I want to be a content creator, so I feel like these are the steps you should take to being one. I mean, it depends on what type of content you mean. Like, if you mean like 3D modeling, like as a career, maybe. I don't know enough about that, but if it's just creating content like online, I mean, I think the best way to learn is just to do it. Computer science is going to teach you more about like coding and software development and stuff like that. A lot on the software side of things. So you're going to learn like a lot of C++, Python, probably some other languages, concepts around those. It doesn't really have too much to do with creating content per se, unless you're making like games and like game development and stuff, maybe. But even then, I think one of the best things you can do is just create, right? Just jump right in and do, and learn by doing. Small projects at first, and then just kind of build your way up, build on top of it. There are boys too, but he only sees the girls. Oh, that's something. I can't say I understand it, if I'm being honest. I feel like after you graduate high school, if you ever go back to our high school, you like realize how young everybody there looks. Like, when I went to go watch my brother play basketball, and like there was like a girls basketball team playing, I'm like, these kids look like they're in like junior high to me. Like I don't know what it is. I feel like because they don't seem that way whenever you're in high school, right? Like whenever you're in high school and like they're the same age, you're like, oh, these girls are so mature. But coming back at 22 and being that way, I don't understand it. Thank you, teacher. Every time it says sensei, the subs are going to say teacher, and I'm just going to be like, that's what he is. A great teacher. I do remember this guy, because he's only in episode 1. And then the rest of the series, he's going to jail. Programming your computer for streams? There's not really any, like, programming per se involved in streaming in general, but, like, unless, like, you're doing very specific things, like maybe Code Miko, or I know Beetle does some stuff with Neuro and things like that. You just don't understand. It's like to be a hometown legend. All right. Let me tell you here, Camo. All right, I never talk about this, and I never won a state championship. But back in my day, I at least went to the state tournament like 3 times, and prior to me being there, 0 times. I'm not saying I was the reason for it, because we all know that's not true. But my school had been to the state tournament 0 times in my school's history until I went there. All right, I talk about a hometown legend. You know, I just don't go to that town anymore. I don't like small. I like small towns, but I don't like the fact that like a lot of people never seem to leave that town ever. And then not that you have to, I guess, but it's like small towns, everybody knows everything about everybody, and there's always something about that that's so weird to me whenever I feel like I'm always the outsider in that, and I'm like, I don't know anything about anyone or anything that's going on. But whenever people are there's so much gossip in small towns, and I never know. I'm always out of the loop. Being out of the loop is my thing. That's why I don't blend in. Oh, VTuber content. No, fair enough. Yeah, I can't speak to that very much. I have this thing we call a flesh model here, so I never actually did the old VTubing thing. Oh man, VTuber models be so expensive if you don't have the creativity and talent to make it yourself, and I know I don't. What's up, Reed? Reed, I hopped on, I played a game of Apex, and the server went down after that one game. I figured it's just a sign. I was like, I'll watch at least 1 episode of Onizuka. I need to watch 3 of them before next weekend, so and then I'll try it again and see if it's working. But people were saying it's just the Steam side, so it should be fixed. Give me 40 minutes, I'll be on. 40 minutes and I'll have this finished up. But I started it here. I gotta finish it here, right? This is... I just gotta finish this 1 episode of Onizuka. I blame Briggs for picking a 48-minute episode, but he's like, alright, we gotta recommend shows to each other that have 3 episodes, alright? We gotta watch 3 episodes. Here's one with the first episode's as long as most shows, 3 episodes. I've already seen it, but it's been forever. Oh no. Not the origin of the Scream reference. Such a good piece of art, and then they used it for that? Oh, kids can be ruthless. I wouldn't want to be a teacher. Especially if you're like not the regular teacher and you're like a sub or somebody coming in. Kids can be mean, man. I would want no part of it. I feel like it wouldn't be as bad in high school, but like middle school or something, no. High schoolers, I feel like you probably just put on a movie and like they'll shut up. Age 40. Oh god. No, not like this. Nah, see, Onizuka's at that age where he should be all about the MILFs, man. I feel like there's 2 camps. There's that camp, and then there's like, I'm in my 20s, she's in her 40s, right? Like, no? Is that not a thing too? And then they give you the class full of thugs. When you're in charge of detention.
今日から2週間皆さんと楽しく授業を
I dominate in that environment. Oh, your level. Gosh. Yeah. Dude, that'd be the toughest thing too, is just the generation gap of trying to teach these kids when you don't understand half the things they say. I don't feel like I'm that old. I'm still in my 20s, but like, I'm already at that point where like my younger brother will say stuff and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, no, it'd be over. I'd already be fired. Like the great Michael Jordan once said, fuck these kids. I'm throwing hands at that point. You don't spit on me. That'd be my crime. I'd be going for jail for that. Run to the Board of Education and tell them. That's the toughest part about being a teacher too. As like, I have a lot of family that's in like teaching and the education system. Like you can't really do too much without like risking getting in trouble for it, right? Like as far as punishment and stuff goes, and like I feel like how strict that's has gotten like way more strict over time. So it's like you have these kids that don't listen and they don't respect like just the verbal thing. So it's like, what do you do at that point? Your hands are kind of tied, right? Like if they don't make them listen at home and you can't really do anything at the school. Now see, since my dad worked at the school, like if I got in trouble, he was like, you have permission to do whatever. I never got that leniency. Like I would just get swatted, you know? I couldn't, yeah. If I got in trouble, they knew right away and they knew they had the leniency to do whatever. Therefore, I didn't act out, right? I wasn't thugging. I feel like I've maybe done that like once or twice, but that's one of the weirdest things about Japanese work culture to me is like how often they apparently go out for drinks after work. I know they're college kid age and stuff, so that maybe that's another reason, but like I just spent all day dealing with kids and like trying to work. I just want to go home. I don't know. That's the antisocial guy in me. I'm like, I'm good. Hey, do you want to go do this after work? No. Kids these days are messed up, is what they were saying 20 years ago. The show's over 20 years old. If they were saying that back then, I feel like every generation kind of says that. I'm just yapping and complaining too much. Like the old geezer I am. Corporal punishment? Is that different than capital punishment? I think if a kid's doing something stupid and like say he's like choking on something, you don't have to save him, right? Let Darwinism do its thing every now and again. They're walking towards the edge of the cliff, just let it happen. It's like, I wish I could. Same. I'm also 29. I also feel old sometimes. I'm 7 years older than Onizuka is right here, so I can't be too hard on him. Okay, I could be pretty hard on him. He's wilding in this episode. Teacher Bonsai. That's so stupid.
ノリノリのところに水を差すようで悪いけどよ。その大沢ってやつの言うことも一理あると思うぜ。
なんだと？
元湘南最強を歌ってた鬼幕の英吉がよ。
え、Kichi.
まともな教師目指そうたって、所詮無理な話だぜ。最近のガキが全部めちゃくちゃだとは思わねえけどよ。
That is another thing that is wild to think about, is like how many people you knew growing up that are just like screw ups in ways A, B, and C. Now they're out in the world doing stuff that like matters. So you ever see like somebody you know that's like doing something important and you're like, man, I remember 10 years ago they were doing dumb things A, B, and C. Now they're apparently important and they're like the stuff they decide on matters. This is crazy. That guy was an idiot. I'm sure people probably think that about me. They're like, he's doing what now? No, you don't understand. This guy watches anime. Like now he's doing that. Kids are so judgmental. Yeah. I feel like they're more just honest, but yeah, also judgmental sometimes. I feel like it's just people. But kids are more honest about it. There's less filters there. I get so tired of this like frame flashback. That's one way to do it. But... the faces. I don't even know what he just said. I'm looking at the face. Yeah, no. Not the teacher bonsai. Doesn't write it on the board, he writes it on the air. Oh, that's crazy, Camo. I bet you for each of those you can go like, man, they did at least 3 dumb things back when I knew them. What is this man doing? What? Hold up. So she's cooking while at his place. And what is he doing? Is he the wolf? Bro, literally dressed as a wolf. Straight up predator. Oh my god, this is crazy. What? He just has that laying around? He just... What? It's so stupid, but... What? Why tissues? What? Is that a lamp? Is that a fortune-telling orb? But what? Yeah, I have a microwave. I use that sometimes.
パパは和食系フランチャイズの元締めで、ママは輸入雑貨のお店4軒持ってるんだ。パパがね、大学出たら見合いしろって言ったの。なんか大きい会社の御曹司かなんかで、冗談じゃないって思って、私。
After college, she's in high school. That's like 5 years away. Just tell him no then. How's the tail wagging? Yeah. This man's wild. This man think he's gonna make riches as a teacher? The sound effects. Oh yeah, nothing. You didn't see nothing. This is... What's sad is I do remember like the major plot points of this episode. So I do know where this goes, but this is one of those shows that just stays with you after you watch it. You like forget some of like the weird little parts that like don't matter as much, but the overall messaging. The role he plays as the wise fool. Or maybe the not so wise fool.
しかし今なら多分確実に
Oh, Jesus.
おいどうしたんだ暑いのか
Oh. But I'll turn on the AC. You don't got to do all that. Don't do it. Oh God, no! Shut it down! Shut that shit down! Bro, he just malfunctioned. Oh, got him! You're going to jail!
取ったスクープだぜ
Oh my God.
ことしちゃったね鬼塚シェ
That's crazy.
こりゃ高く売れる
The
ぜ
face.
週刊誌とかによ
まあざっと100
The
万
face. This is going on Twitter. If this was 10 years later.
水木もっとお前
You set me up.
私にも分け前くれるって言うからさ。あ、すき焼き食べてね。
She did actually cook for him. Like, he got some food out of it. It could be worse.
1週間だ
Like, imagine if she just faked the cooking. Like, she wasn't actually cooking anything up there.
あちこちにばらまくぞ
That's a, be a glass half full person, all right? Be the optimist in the situation. It could be worse.
そのつもりだったのか
Was everything you said a lie?
芝居だったって
Was it all acting?
先行なんかに頼るわけないでしょ。
That's a sad mentality to have.
いいか鬼塚100万だ忘れちゃねえぞ
Yeah, and I feel like that's already touching on one of the core themes of the show, though, right there.
恋み
Is whenever the adults around you aren't responsible and they're not capable of helping you with your problems, you get to that point where you're like determined to do stuff on your own, even when you probably shouldn't, or you'll act out in ways that you shouldn't, just because you don't see the people around you as capable of helping you. So it's always sad when you see that happening. So he's like one of those things where he didn't have good teachers growing up. So, like you know, the thematic message of the show is like he's trying to be that good teacher for the next generation, be that teacher that he never had, right? So, like I get all that, and that you're already kind of touching on that and like her mindset of life, which he's already let her down in this small arc of an episode. But you know, with everything she's gone through, she doesn't trust the adults in her life. She's acting out because of it, acting cray like that, and then she's like, you know, how did she word it? Like, why would I go to a teacher for help, right? So at this point, I'm killing everyone. So, I mean, I don't know if you've seen this, Webby, but my lips are sealed. Onizuka's not all there in the head, man. You don't think he won't. There's a whole prequel about him being in a biker gang, man. They ain't kidding though. They got like the spiked brass knuckles. He called in some old friends. He called in actual gangsters. He's like, oh, you kids think? You thought you were thugging? You high school kids don't know shit. No, I'm kidding. I know he didn't call in these guys. They just happened to catch the ire of like actual thugs here. This is unrelated to Onizuka. I'm kidding, but how funny would that be though, right? No, he's the actual gangster. He's kicking out the whole gang. He knows karate. Black belt. He's here to rescue the kids, you know? That's what it's all about. That's how he's going to prove he's a good teacher. They did him dirty, but instead of like getting his lick back and getting that payback, he's gonna help them out, right? He's gonna be the bigger man. Oh, he's got that rep, that street cred. I really need to read the prequel at some point because I feel like they're actually like referencing stuff that happened. And I never read that. I only read the teacher arc and like watched the teacher arc. So.
そうか、そいつはよかった先生。よしよしこいつら
Speaking of which, I want to look it up real quick because I genuinely don't remember. You know, any list. Great teacher Onizuka. Did the prequel manga come out before or after the actual series? It came out before, so like there was already 267 volumes of the early years, and that was based off of. There's a prequel to that kind of came out in 1997. But yeah, GTO the early years came out from 1990 to 1996, and then Great Teacher Onizuka, the one most people know, started out in 97. So like, there was already like a whole 267 page manga about this guy being like a biker dude, right? Prior to us getting this. So nobody's ever like reads that. Nobody knows the backstory, but I'm sure they're referencing like shit that actually happened in that manga. So but winding it back a little bit though, I was kidding about him helping them out. He's like, what have you done? Not because he's their teacher and he's trying to help them. He goes, hey, no, these kids are mine. I got my bone to pick with them. I need to get my lick back. You guys stand aside. And because this is episode 1, we basically get 2 episodes in the length of 1, right? Rose straight up. What do you even call this? It's not waterboarding, but like being hung upside down and dumped in the pond. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. We have all these other torture methods we haven't done yet. This is. Oh my god. Is that what they said? Reverse shown of art? What are the torture names? The crotch splitter? Oh my god. I don't even know what half those are. You call me teacher and become my students when it's convenient? No, no, no. I ain't no teacher now. I'm a student doing 2 weeks of. What do you even call that? Because I'm not officially a teacher yet, right? I'm a student teacher. I got nothing to lose here. I'm wilding. Just karate kick them back in the ponds. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine your teacher doing this to you? Alright, I'm gonna talk to you man to man if you want to act up. See, he's helping out his students in ways normal teachers never would. That's why he's a great teacher. I mean, they did set him up, but also, I don't think it'd be all their fault. As soon as she says, "Can I come over to your house?" you shut that shit down. Why did it get that far? The magic word with 2 letters. You know. And it's obviously extreme because it's a manga, but I will say, some of the like students that you're tougher on, a lot of times, like, if you're tougher on somebody, it means that you care, right? And maybe that's just me speaking from, like, you know, an athlete that was on sports teams and stuff, but, like, the coaches would say, like, if I'm not saying anything to you, if I'm not, like, yelling at you and getting you to try to improve, that's worse than me yelling at you, because it means, like, I don't see anything there, right? So. You will say it was justified? I mean, they were being thugs, they were being punks, but, you know, torture... you know. You're probably right. They had it coming. Fuck them kids.
店長にまでなってよ。着実に
Yeah.
実現させ
I know they're only 22, but that is a thing. Like, you see your friend, you're like, man, you already graduated, you're doing all this. What am I doing, man? That is a very real feeling. I feel like everybody gets that feeling at least once in their life. But you can't whine about it. You got to keep going forward, one step at a time. You're walking your own journey, Onizuka.
上がってるよ。
Alright. Back to school after all that, you know, it's... I'd be nervous too. I'd be like, well, shit, I'm probably gonna be fired. Oh no. What did you do?
だろう
I bet you are.
な。この場は聞かなかったことに。なんて行くわけねえよな。そうですか。はい、今なんと？ですから校長がぜひうちの高校へと言ってました。いやー、それにしてもあの不良たちに尊敬する鬼塚先生に頑張って教師になって
They got their act together real quick. They're like, alright, we're wannabe thugs, but we will respect the actual thug, alright? Oh my god. Dang straight. Well, tell me what you did. You know, it's a trade secret. Trade secret. Just a little bit of tough love. You know how it is. It means I care. That means. It's a wild shot right there. The wallpaper of how every teacher pictures themselves. Like, oh, yep, got my class in order. The Godfather right there. So as you see, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. The next day, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I don't know the material well, alright? I read the book. I accidentally did the same chapter twice. It happens. I'm not here for my brain. I'm here to teach them character, alright? That's why I'm a great teacher.
案外教師に向いてるのかもな。
俺がそうかな。いや、そう言われるとそんな気がしないではないって。そんじゃな。
Those people that are just winging everything, wilding, but they somehow get by. They're like, you know what? Everything's kind of working out. You don't question it when that happens. Like, if you're getting a promotion because, like, you screwed up but it worked out, you go, yep, that was me. You poo.
何がヤッポーだ。
Yapo.
言葉は正しく使いたまえ。
I feel like Yapo sounds better than you poo. You poo just sounds like she's insulting him.
るせえんだよ。あっちけ。
なんだ、せっかくナーナが褒めてあげようと思ったのに。
褒める？
あの先行いじめの罠開発したの私なんだ。普通次の日から来なくなるか。
Usually the victim stops coming to school. Or he pays the money. That means it's happened before. That's so
お
sad.
前
This
みてえ
is...
なのは悪魔って言うんだよ。さっさと蹴れ。遊びに付き合ってるほど暇じゃね
That
えん
is
だよ。俺は。
tragic, honestly. Shut that shit down! Just say no!
先生、これからうちに来ない？
No!
来るわけねえだろ。
Absolutely not. No way. There we go. He's learning. I mean, I'm so... I was about to say I was proud.
だからその脱ぎたてパンチあげる。
Say no! Shut that shit down!
鬼塚駅地
I've never understood the panty thing.
罠だ。今すぐ放ろせ。
My mind's telling me
この
no!
まま走ると風でミニスカがめくれて。
Oh god.
パンの。
気持ちいいね。
He was doing so well! He said no way! Not a chance!
何を企んでいる。
But alas, there was a chance. He went to college? Yeah, he went to some smaller school.
この間の罠の続きやろうって気じゃ。
That's what he's at, like the end of his college career. Like he's 22 years old. He's doing that student teaching to like finish off his degree. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. The faces, bro. Bro is not driving safe. No helmet. He's not. Eyes are not on the road. This is.
ひょっとしてこれかな。
Bro's just running red light after red light. Oh my god. That's making me nervous. Intervention is needed ASAP. You're not wrong.
でっけえ家だな。
ビールでいい？楽にしててよ。
手足を思いっきり伸ばしてもぶつかんねえぞ。展示場のモデルハウスみてえだな。チリ一つ落ちてね。
週に2回お手伝い。
It's while he wears like a white suit.
本当に金持ちだったんだな。
Man's taking his job seriously.
そんなこと
Except when he's not.
はい、ビール。
And except when he's at his female student's house drinking beer.
だけど俺は
Okay, not drinking beer. Good man. Sort of.
金持ちだからってこの俺を金の
How low of a bar should we work off of?
俺の魂は少々のはした金じゃな。
I will not sell my soul for small change. Only big change. Quarters only. No nickels.
私のでしょ。
お前の？うわ、中トロだよ。けけ、大トロまでも。おいおい、これってもし
And
かして
when your parents give you everything besides parents, when they're just never around, this is so sad.
おい、水木。まさか全部一人で食うなんて言わねえよな。あ、俺とお前の仲じゃねえか。とりあえず俺は大トロだけでも。おいやいや、大トロはお前でいい。だからせめて中トロとか。
I have friends that have been going to college for like 7 or 8 years and they haven't finished. That's wild. I wanted to go in and out. I left that place as soon as I could. I didn't even go to my own graduation. That reaction's warranted. How dare she waste not just food, but like expensive sushi. Like, I don't like to waste food in general. That's making me feel some type of
ド
way.
ライブしようよ。バイク乗るのがあんなに気持ちいい。
Nah, she's dead to me.
ね、ね、ね。
ああ、までよく見れば救出できるネタがあるかもしれねえ。
Wasting food? No, that's a sin. That's the worst crime we've seen committed in this episode.
ねえ、今日先生とこ止めてよ。
No!
マグロの腹かみ。
My man's still on the food. He's like, I can't believe she wasted
黒マグロの金塊に。
she wasted the good sushi. Probably wasted her sandwiches too. God damn.
止めてってば。今晩だけ。
そして黒マグ
Bro. He's like, not the tuna. The tuna looks so good.
ロ。その上今や。
I feel like that part's relatable. He's a weird dude, but there's always those parts that are relatable. Like, that's where my mind would be too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not over it. I'll never be over it. I'll be playing Apex 2 hours from now, and I won't be over that. I'll be like, she wasted the tuna. All the sushi.
ねえ、お願い。入りたくないの。
まろやかで脂 ぞ。何考えてんな。
Don't want to go home? I'll put you out on a boat. Tell you to go get some more sushi. Oh my god. I forgot about that part. I'm not gonna lie. That's wild. Jesus Christ. Kids are crazy, man. Jesus. This girl's crazy. Like, I don't want to go home. Oh, he's ignoring me? I'm just gonna end it. Jesus Christ. Then don't go home. Don't make it my problem. What? Okay, but can you go do that on your own? Don't. I do feel bad for the girl though. I get it. Like, if a kid's at that place where they're actually gonna try to jump or something like that, they're at the end of their rope. So that was definitely outrageous. Though that is not the way to cry for attention. There's less extreme ways you can go first. Good man, good man. She'd be wasting all the food. In the back of his mind, he's still not over that sushi. He is thinking about it. Like, she wasted food.
その時だけはママが働いてるスーパーでお肉と野菜たくさん買ってきてママと二人でパパの帰りを待ってて
She's giving her whole life story and all he's thinking about is that sushi. She wasted it, man. I haven't heard a word of this backstory. No.
パパとママは嫌だったみたい
Yeah, she was more happy having parents than she was, you know, them giving her money and her being on her own, right? So.
家もだんだん大きくなってね私の部屋ができてパパの部屋も
It's like materially we got richer, but like emotionally and as a family we got poorer, right?
おかしいよね大きな家に住めばもっと楽しいって思ってたのにパパもママもそのために頑張ったのに今の家はねパパとママの部屋に厚い壁があって
There's a thick wall between his room and her room. It's like a literal wall and also just a metaphorical wall, and then that always trickles down to the kids. Onizuka's wild with its humor and its outrageous, like crazy moments that like definitely push it to extremes. And then there's just so many good little tidbits and life lessons kind of mixed in. Lifeline! What's up, Reed? I got 10 minutes left. Reed, one more game. Play one more without me. You got this. It's been hours. It's been like 40 minutes since I started this episode, alright? It's a 40-minute episode. Aw. Like, yeah, she's acting out all episode. But like the people in her life that she has as like her support system have like let her down, right? And that's always sad to see. That's like it's like how much of that's actually her fault, right?
いや、そういうことじゃなくて、俺たちはどう転んだって昔に戻ることはできねえんだよ。
The old glory days. No matter how wonderful it was, the past is nothing but the past. That is true. That's a good tidbit of wisdom right there. It made us who we are today, but also now it's the present. Tomorrow's the future, and all we can do is keep walking forward, right? So, you're never gonna go back to the past. It's been hours since he started talking about the sushi. Bro, I'm just not over the sushi. Hello, I'm a teacher. I've come to visit to talk about your daughter. Did you know that she wastes sushi? Like, she's out here wasting food? Can you believe it? This is kind of an epic moment. This is like what is supposed to sell you on GTO when you're watching this first episode, not the hijinks, hyperbolic stuff that happens originally. That's all the extremities and like, and how bad of a teacher he is. It's this, right? It's the extremities that have a lesson behind them.
どうした大きな声を。なんだ君は。誰だ。
The flip-flops always send me to. Like, who the fuck is that guy? Just
一教師です。
I'm a teacher.
鬼塚英吉22歳。
Shows up with a hammer.
家庭訪問
Sledgehammer.
教師
Did you know she's wasting food?
嘘を言うな。貴様のような教師がいるわけ。
Like, oh my god, it is a teacher?
おい。
Alright, we're transferring you schools.
どこに行くんだ貴様。おい、待ちたまえ。
What are you doing? Bro, I'd be pissed.
ほら、警察を呼ぶぞ。
ここか。
やめろ。
This is it.
おい、聞いているのか。
Bro's kicking down the
なん
door,
とか言えなんとか。
causing structural damage to the home.
水木。
Is this that wall?
お前が言っていた壁っていうのは。
七子。一体何が目的なんだ。金が。金ならここにはないぞ。
Not everything's about money. So I'm gonna destroy this physical wall, and in the, you know, in doing so, bring you all together emotionally,
何するんだ。
and hopefully break down those metaphorical walls as well.
警察に電話だ。
Let's call the police. It's like that's how it goes in his head, but in real life, they would have called the police. He'd be in jail. It's like, what are you doing, man? Breaking and entering and just using a sledgehammer on her home? What? Put a giant hole in the wall? This is... Yeah, but in this first episode, you know, he gets to the heart of the matter of like why his student is the way that they are, like what's the heart of the matter of what's wrong with them, beyond just the surface level, and he tackles it straight on, right? Like we're gonna solve this problem at its core, or I'm gonna do it in the best way that I can think of, because I'm not that smart, but you know, I'm direct.
どうだ水木。お前が嫌がってた壁。
That wall you hated, I destroyed it for you. I love the soundtrack to this show too. What a grand gesture. He was later arrested and charged with 5 crimes.
お前次第だぜ。
Now you take it from here. Please convince your parents not to call the cops. Hello, please? They did call the cops. Oh, she saved the day!
ちょっと待ちたまえ。君。
It was that simple.
何のためにこんなことを。待ちたまえ。
When you're determined to call the cops on the teacher for destroying your home, but your child says no. And they just roll with it. That was inspiring. The walk-off is great, right? He just shows up in flip-flops, jeans, and a sledgehammer. That's all it takes. It don't take much, but honest work. As long as you don't have to have all the tools to tackle a problem perfectly. You just gotta tackle it directly. Alright, you gotta look at the root of the problem. And as he touched their hearts in this pilot episode, he touched our heart as well.
ありがとう。
おお、最高です。最高っすよ、鬼塚先生。
I liked GTO when I was younger, like as a kid when I watched it, and I still do. But I bet it would hit so much harder if I read that prequel manga. Because like I said, it had 7 years and like 200 something chapters prior to this in a manga form. I'm sure that's like 7 years of him learning those hard lessons, and then you get the whole follow-up manga of him him teaching that next generation, right?
実習中止になったってなんだか生徒に手を出したとかで
Old boy that was talking to him about the sleazy stuff. He went to jail. Yeah,
あれ
as he should.
教師にならないって約束しちゃったから
Aw.
さ生徒たちと4月になったら戻ってくるって何やる気出してんのもう
And see, just as they can touch the lives of their students, the students can touch their lives as well. That woman didn't even want to be a teacher, but she spent some time
これ
there,
からうちは
got to
警
experience
察
it
呼ぶだの
firsthand, and
家族会議なので大変でした
oh wait,
パパ
I didn't catch the start of that.
先生
Dear teacher, thank you for
こ
the
の
other
間は
day.
ありがとうあれからうちは警察呼ぶだの家族会議だの大変でした
They were busy with the police. No, they called the
パパに
police,
ママ
but
も最初は随分興奮して
they were very upset, as rightfully so.
そのおかげで久しぶりに3人
But it made them spend some time together as they agonized over it, right?
それだ
And
けじゃありません私
this part's
見
kind
ちゃ
of
ったん
sweet.
です
Witness it, like them seeing each other through the wall, smiling at each other.
目が合った途端ちょっと気恥ずかしそうに笑ったの
Aw.
もっとも壁が治ったら
Yeah, but it's not always that simple, right? There's no grand gesture fixed to anything. It's the little things day after day, right? So it's
今度は私が2人の心の
destroy their
壁を
walls
壊
in
して
their
みせます
hearts, one day at a time, little by little.
何年
So
かかってもきっと楽しかったよ先生
it really is such a solid first episode if you take out like there's a few weird things in there, 100%, but
私待ってるから
why like that? Every time I'm praising the show,
ガキが
there we go, there we go.
気にしてないなだったら
Attaboy. Oh god. Oh jeez. I forgot that's how it ended, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god.
グレート
What a shot. Oh god. Not the teacher. There's like 3 teacher bonsai moments in that, and I'm just gonna pretend none of them existed. Edie doesn't have any cool visuals, but I do remember loving this song. Just a vibe. Dun, 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 dun. No after credits. You're gonna bleach your eyes after the yeah. But see, aside from the stuff like that, you know, there's some good wholesome moments there, some good life lessons. There's some reasons to love old GTA or GTO, GTA's Grand Theft Auto. Which one has more crimes? You know, that's kind of a toss up, but episode 2. You know what? I'll do episode 2 next time. I'll do it on stream. I'll have a stream maybe sometime this week to do episode 2 prior to us talking about it on Rant Cafe next Sunday. But so long as Reed and Spooky still need one, I did tell them I would play. So let me check my Apex real quick. Spice and Wolf wallpaper. You like that? I have Holo on one monitor and I have C2 on the other. So, and I feel like I've had it that way forever. Need to clean up my desktop a bit here. Here at some point. Just need to put everything in a folder. It could be worse. That could be Briggs. You guys seen Briggs' desktop? Alright, if it works, I'll join the call. See if they need one. Briggs' desktop, it gives me heartburn every time I see it, Viva. I'm with you. Alright. It's open.
Real quick. Hello.
You guys still need one?
Yes, Jordan.
Let's
Yes.
go.